Hey, what's going on devs? Welcome back to App Dev channel. In today's episode, we're gonna create from scratch a responsive login and registration form using HTML, CSS and vanilla JavaScript. We're gonna use media queries to make it responsive in wherever screen you wanna display it. It's a quite simple project to do, but at the same time, it will teach you a lot of cool things in CSS like animation, grid, and how to make it responsive. So it's a great project with a lot of new things for you to learn, and by the end of this tutorial, you will know how to make it by yourself. Hey, if you're new here and want to increase your web dev skills, subscribe and click that little bell down below so you get notified every time I post a new video. Alright devs, let's create our file structure. We start with this picture, there's a link down below so you can download this one, okay? And here let's create our first one, this one for our markup, our index.html. The second one for styling, we need a style.css. And the last one here is going to be our app.js, our external JavaScript file, okay? So let's come here, let's close this for now, we don't need it, and let's create our boilerplate. Let me hit exclamation tab and we have it. Let's give our project a title, okay? Down here let's say responsive login and registration form. Let's have a link connect our markup to our CSS. We're gonna apply some style, and this time we're gonna use for the icons instead of font. Also, let's use this one, box icons. I really like the icons, okay? So let me copy it and paste it here in the head. Let me comment it out so you know what we're doing. Icons, okay? And down here, close the closing body tag. We need a link connected to our external JavaScript file, okay? So we have two connections here to our markup, one for the CSS and another one for the JS. And now we move into our markup. It's quite simple. We have our main div here, the login, and the login we have the login content. The first content here is gonna be a login image. Okay, we're gonna have a picture. Again, there is a link down below so you can download this one. And under this one, guess what? We need to have the forms. Okay, it's still inside the login content. We need two logins, forms. Okay, so login, forms. This one, the first one here, login, the class is going to be login register, and for the ID, login in, okay, we're going to use that later on JavaScript and CSS, and for the title, h1 login title, okay, and here we're going to say sign in. So this is the first part of the first form, all right. Continue on our login form, we have our login box, and in here let's have a icon from the box icons. Okay, this one, a user. Let me just copy this one, come back here to our markup and paste, and let's also give it another class so you can grab that using CSS. Okay, so login icon, we have two classes here. And under this one, let's have our real input. Input, the login input is the class. The type here, you can keep the way it is, text. And just have a placeholder so the user know what to do here. Alright? As you may know, in login we have two boxes, one for the login and another one for the password. So let's change the class here for lock out. So I have that little lock icon, and for the type here, let's say password, and also the placeholder is gonna be password. So the user is gonna type his password in here. Okay. So now, until now, very easy. Okay, very easy to do. So let's see what we have so far. Okay, let me click here, go live, use the live server, and let's see what we have. As you can see, we have a picture and our sign in, our first form, okay? Alright, we are code on the right and you see the result in real time on the left, okay? And we know that sometimes the user forget his password. So let's have this link here, class login forgot, and the text forgot your password. And another one under this one is going to be another link, login button, pointing to nowhere. We don't have a backend now. And sign in for the text. Okay. Let me give it a save and you can see. Let's say that our user, he doesn't have an account with us. So let's give him the opportunity to create one. Let's have this div in here. Let's have a span login. The class is going to be login account. And for the text, let's say something like, don't have an account. All right. And let's have another one under this one, class login sign in. And for the ID, sign up. Okay. And in here, let's tell him sign up. Okay. Let me give a save. And as you can see, we have it here. Okay. Let me show you here what we have so far. We have this login form. We need 2 of them. As you can see so far, we have this ugly markup with no style at all. Let's apply some style. First of all, let's change the font, okay? Let's use the Poppins from Google Fonts. Poppins make almost everything more beautiful, I guess. And down here, let's have some CSS variables. This is gonna save you a lot of time, because if you want to change something like the color, for example, you change the color here, the first color, the second one, and you don't have to go to the huge website, change one by one, okay? So let's have our first color here. As you can see, the first one here is gonna be this purple, the same as this girl shirt here. First color, dark. Let's pick another one that fits with this one. As you can see, it's very easy to change. You can come here and change the colors to the whole website. And first color, light. As you can see, it looks like I made a mistake here. Let me change. Okay, done. And first color, lighten. Let's pick a light color, like white. We have the colors, and now let's pick our fonts or typography. Okay. And we just import from Google Fonts the Poppins, so let's make use of that one. So for the body font, let's pick the Poppins, let's really use it, and sans serif in case of something goes wrong, okay? For the H1, let's have this font size 1.5 range, okay? We need also for the normal font size in the whole body. It's gonna be .938 RAM, a different size of course. And we also need a small one, okay? A small font size here. Let's make it even smaller. 813 RAM, okay? Okay, as you saw in the title of our project, this is responsive, okay, login form. So let's have some media query, all right? Media query. Screen, and here the width when we have a screen that is 768 pixels, we want to change the things here, okay? So let's come here, root, and we want to decrease the size of the normal font size. Right now is 1.5 RAM, we want to decrease to 1 RAM. And the second thing here that we want to change is the small font size, okay? Let's decrease it to 87.5 RAM, okay? Let's also have here our CSS reset, okay? People use Google Chrome, Firefox and different browsers, so you want that to be the same in different browsers. So let's have the CSS reset here, okay? Box size, we want that to be border box. Coming down here, let's go to the body, okay? The base of our project itself. And let's grab body, margin 0, padding is gonna be 0, okay, in different browsers. And the font family here, let's use our variables, okay. So if you want to change, in our case, the body font, if you want to change, you go up there and just make one change to all the website, okay. The font size is gonna be the normal font size, whatever you want. And for the color here, let's use the first dark color. As you can see, real time, we have the changes done already. Alright, let's make a few changes here, okay. Let's start out with our H1, the sign in, margin 0, okay. And under this one, we have our link here. So text decoration none, alright. One more thing we should be doing here is our image is too big, so max with 100%. And the height auto, alright. And as you can see, we start to become beautiful. Display block. Now we're gonna go back here to our HTML. We have this sign in, and let's just duplicate this form. We need another one for the sign up, okay. So let's change here, instead of sign in, this one is gonna be create, okay. Just a couple of changes here. The ID here is gonna be logging up. Instead of signing in, it's gonna be create account. Let me see. We need one more box here, okay. One for the email. Let me change here. Instead of user, let's say at. This is the email. Instead of in the placeholder, let's say email, okay. And as you can see, they are in the wrong order, so let me change this, okay. Username, email, and then password. And let me see here. Yeah, let's get rid of this part here. We don't need this, okay. And sign in, instead of sign in, let's say sign up, all right. This don't have an account, we can change this to already have an account. And let me see, one more change here, okay. Alright, and underneath this one we need to show him more chances or more opportunities to sign into our page. So let's have the social icons, okay. Let me go back here to box icons, and from here we're gonna grab the first one, this one, the Facebook, okay, telling the user that he can log in using his Facebook account. Let me duplicate this one here and give him more opportunities, okay. This one, Twitter, and he can also use his Google account, all right. And back to CSS, let's really make the magic happen, okay. Let's grab the login, and for the layout here, let's use grid, all right. Grid template columns, we want that to be 100%, all right. The height is gonna be also 100 VH, make it full screen. And let's apply some margin left of 1.5 rem. Let me save so you see. And let's do the same on the other side. So margin right 1.5 rem. And now we want to apply some style also to the login content and login image. So login content display is going to be grid, okay. And for our picture here, login image, we also want that to be in the center. So justify self center and wherever, and you have that in the middle. Now we want to grab the image itself and let's change its size and position. Width is going to be 350 pixels, okay. And let's bring it a little bit down with margin top, let's say 1.5 rem. Let me give a save, and you see we just bring it a little bit down. We also want to grab the login the login forms, and let's give a position of relative, and the height is going to be 368 pixels. And now we are going to grab both the login register and also the login create. And in here, let's have a width of 100%, okay, of its parent. The background color, let's pick a different color here. The first color lighten, okay, different of the background. And just apply a pad of 2 rem top and bottom, 1 rem left and right, okay. And for the border radius, let's make the corners a little round, 1 rem, okay. You can choose your own numbers. And for the text align center, put all these elements right in the middle, okay. We also need here to apply some box shadow, so let's say 0, 80, 20 pixels, and RGBA 35 purplish color 35077, and for transparency .2, okay, and it's much better right now. Alright, and for now we're gonna grab this title, the sign in, sign up. And for the font size here, let's grab the variable H1 font size. As you can see, they are too close, the input and our title, so let's give a margin border of 2 rem, give some space in between them. Looks nice now. And let's grab the login box itself, okay, and apply a for layout display grid. So in here, grid template column max content, okay, 1 FR. Let's also create a column gap of 0.5 rem, alright. We also want some padding, let's say 1.25 rem, top and bottom, and 1 rem left and right. Let me change here, the zoom, okay. We also want to change the background color. Let's pick this white color, okay. And for the margin top, let's say 1 rem, alright. Border radius, let's see, 0.5 rem, make it rounder, or 8 quarters. And next, we're gonna change the icon size, okay. Let's grab the login icon and let's change the size for font size, let's say 1.5 rem. And we also want to change its color, so let's pick our purple color, okay. Is this one the first color? It fits with this girl shirt. And now let's grab the login input, okay, the input itself. Let's get rid of this border, so border none. And we also want to get rid of this outline when you click on it, so outline none. The font size, let's pick the normal font size variable. Font weight here is going to be 700, okay. And for the color, let's pick our first color dark, alright. We can now grab the placeholders here, the username and password. So let's grab those one and bring it in. Login, input placeholder. The font size, we want that to be the normal font size, nothing special about that one. For the font family here, let's pick the body font. And for the color, let's pick a first color light, alright. Okay, and now we want to grab this forgot your password, and we want to make a couple changes, like put it right on the right side, okay. So let's grab that, login, forgot, okay. For the layout here, let's pick the black. The width, let's say the max content. Margin left here, let's pick auto, and it goes right to the right position, okay. Let's apply some margin top of 0.5 rem, is too stuck to our inputs. And the font size, let's pick a small font size. The font weight here is going to be 600. And for the color, let's pick the same color of username and password here. The first color light. And the next step here is we're gonna create those buttons, okay? Login button. For the layout is gonna be a block, okay? We also want to apply some padding, 1 rem, all the way around. Margin, trim, top and bottom 0, left and right. And for the background color, let's again use our purple color. And as you can see, we came across with a problem. We can't read well, so let's change the color to white. Color white. And now, yeah, we can read. Let's make it even better with font weight 600 and align that in the center. Text align center. Border radius, let's say 0.5 rem. Make it round on the corners. And let's also apply some transition 0.3 seconds. We have the transition time here of 0.3 seconds applied to this hover, okay? When we hover over this one, we're gonna change the background color to the first color dark. Let me show you. Yeah, every time you hover over, just change the background color to the first color dark. Alright, we see in typography, let's grab the login account, also the login sign in and login sign up, all those texts here, and let's change the font weight to 600, okay? As you can see, now it fits the project. And a second thing we're gonna do here is also change the font's size. We want that one to be the small font size, okay? Those are some info that are important, but not that important, all right? And now we wanna change the login account color, okay? So let's grab this one. And down here, let's change this color, okay? Let's use a variable. And for the color, let's use the first color, dark. As you can see, it's done. And now we wanna change the color of text just in front of it, okay? The sign up. So let's grab the color and use a variable, first color, okay? It's right here, it's done. Let's also change the cursor for pointer so the user knows that he can click on it. And right underneath this one, we have the social icons. So let's apply some style to it, okay? Let's start with the margin top. Let's bring it down to rem. They were too close to the sign in. And now let's grab them, okay, the icons itself. And let's change the font size. Let's increase that to 1.5 rem. Let me show you. It's much bigger. And now we want also change the color, okay? So let's use our first color dark. Let me give a save. Let's put them apart with margin 0 and 1.5 rem. And as you can see, they are much better. And right now we can see sign in and also create the account at the same time. We don't want that. So position absolute, and you also want to add a same space on the bottom. So bottom 1.rem, and we have this nice effect, okay, as you can see. So you can have both, sometimes create and sometimes the login. And now let's see how we're gonna toggle between show and hide the login and create account, okay? To show login, dot block display block, we're gonna use that in JavaScript, okay? And to hide the login, dot none, and display none, so you don't see anything. Let me just show to you, okay, illustrate what I'm talking about. I'm gonna come up here and login create, this one you see right now on the screen. If I type none or paste, you no longer see it. Welcome to JS, where the magic will happen, okay? Let's start by get the reference to the DOM, our DOM elements. And let's grab those elements by ID, okay? Those one, the sign up. And let's save them into variables. Why? This way we can manipulate things, okay? Our sign in, let's get document, get element by ID, and let's grab the sign in, okay? The ID sign in from our markup. Let's also grab the login in and save into the variable login in, login up dot document dot get element by ID, and the ID here is login up. So now we can manipulate things, okay? So let's add the event listener to the sign up, okay? It's quite simple here. Let's grab the sign up. Let's add an event listener, okay? This event listener is gonna be waiting for a click. And when this click happens, we're gonna run this function. And what this function is gonna do is gonna remove classes if they exist, okay? So let's grab the login class list, remove, and let's remove the class block, okay? Let me just duplicate this line of code here, and login up class list, remove none, okay? And in our logic here, another thing we're gonna do is add the classes. In this case, we're gonna toggle. So login in class list toggle between the class none, okay? And for the login up class list toggle block. So let's give it a try, see if this is working. Let me click here, sign up. Okay, as you can see, we are in create account. Let me click here. There's no way to go back because we don't have code for it. Let's do it right now. To make it quickly, let's just duplicate those lines of code, okay? And make a couple of changes. Instead of block here is none, and instead of none is block here. The same down below. And let's give it a try and see if this is working. Looks like it's not, but I know the problem here. Looks like I forgot to change the name here. It's not sign in. It's not sign up, it's sign in. So let's change this, sign in. All right, let me give a save. And now if you click here, it's working. Okay, we are toggle between sign in and create account. Next step, we need to apply some animation to it. And now we want to create that animation, okay? So let's have animation duration, so gonna be 0.4 seconds. And we also have to give it a name, okay? It's gonna be login. Yeah, I know, we have the login here, but we don't have this animation. So the next step is, let's create that. So let's create that, okay? At keyframes login, and at 0%, we want that to transform scale to be 1, 1, and 1, okay? Let me just copy this one, and let's see, at 50%, we want to increase that a little bit to 1.1, and at 100%, it's gonna go back to 1, okay? Let me show you. Yeah, we have a nice animation, okay? We are using at the same time JavaScript and CSS to make this beautiful animation, all right? And as you can see, it was an easy one. All right, and now we're gonna make that responsive, okay? Let's use our media queries, and we want at the small screens, okay? So let's grab here media screen and min of 566 pixels, okay? And what we want here, let me finish here. We want to change the login, okay? The login forms, and you want them to be wider. So let's give a width of 4080 pixels and justify self-center. Allow me to show you what's gonna happen when you have that in small screens. Yeah, as you can see, they become wider, okay? So you can see better. So that's the idea. Let's move on. And let's continue here. The big difference here is going to be on the desktop screen, okay? Of course, we have more, so you can show more. So let's start with the login. height, we want that to be 100 VH and overflow hidden, okay? And one more thing here. Actually, I'm gonna make a couple of changes to make it beautiful on big screens. Let's grab the content, grid template column, repeat through the max content, okay? Let me have more space here so you can see better. Justify content, you still want that to be in the center. Align items also center along the cross axis. Let's also apply a huge margin left of the RAM. Let me show you. As you can see, it's very beautiful. Okay, it's very beautiful red. Let me show you with the effects here. Yeah. So that's what you see in the big screens. But we still have some things to change, as you see. And as I believe you'll notice, the issue here now is the picture. So let's deal with that, okay? So login image. For the layout here, let's use flex, okay? It's good for small things. The width is gonna be 600, height 580. And let's also pick a color, okay? Feel free to choose one that you like, okay? Let me continue here. Border radius, let's make it around all the corners of 1 rem. Padding left is gonna be also 1 rem, okay? Now let's grab the image itself, login img image with 390 pixels. Let's apply margin top of 0, so it's gonna be right on the top, as you can see. Yeah, we have this color, we have all this stuff here, but as you can see, the picture is not there big. We cannot see that well, so that's what we're gonna deal with next. Okay, we're gonna fix this issue. This is the web developer life. You fix something breaks, then you go there and you fix it. It happens all the time. Okay, so let's do it, okay? Down here, let's have login register. Also login create, both of them. Left minus 11 RAM, okay? What's the difference? Okay. As you can see, you see the left, very close to the picture, okay? Let me copy this and comment out. See the difference? It doesn't look natural. I mean, it's not a good result. Let me put it back here, and yeah. Give a save, and now we have a great results. Okay guys, that's all for today. I really hope you like it. See you in the next one.